Good evening, everyone. Gilly here from the Attic Review. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully, staying out of that heat. I'm from Arizona and we melting over here. Say prayers for us, y'all. So, tonight we are doing a watch along for one of my favorite anthologies. An anthology, it's surprising because sometimes I'll say, and somebody will be like, "Hey, what's an anthology?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, my bad. I thought that was kind of common knowledge." So, um, an anthology is a collection of stories all put together as one. So, Creepshow anthology, one of my favorites. I think it's the better one. Creepshow 2, unbelievable movie. Three short stories involved in this. We've got the opener with Chief Woodenhead. Then we've got the second one, which the Raft filmed here in Arizona. What up? Actually, I think Chief Woodenhead was filmed here as well. And then the third one, The Hitchhiker. Great stories, all centered around kind of this young boy driving around. I think it's in Maine because of Stephen King, but he's driving around on his bike, riding around on his bike, trying to get away from these bullies. And he's got his Creepshow magazine. So one of my favorite anthology movies ever. There's some great ones out there, and don't get me wrong, I love the original Creepshow with the I can hold my breath for a long time stuff. I love it. There's something about Creepshow 2. Sorry, oof, hit my pen earlier. Excuse me, but something about this one and the stories in this just really touches a brother's heart. And I had the opportunity a couple years ago. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're going to wait a couple more minutes before I press start on this bad boy. So maybe about a couple more minutes, 3 more minutes, and then we'll press play on the movie. However, maybe 2 years ago, me and my daughter had the awesome experience of going to this place called the Majestic in Tempe, Arizona. And they showed this. It was so awesome being with everybody. The energy was outstanding. We bought where is it at? It's somewhere over there. There's somewhere over there because I bought one for us. It was autographed. It's like a newer rendition of the comics of Creepshow coming out. And so we bought one from the artist and it was signed. Cool. We are doing a raffle at the beginning of the movie for Creepshow 2. And they're calling out numbers for the second one. The second one, they called out my number. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Some asshole in the audience boos me. That was actually kind of funny, but he boos me. And I go down there, my prize, the same magazine I just bought. So it's kind of funny. Again, Creepshow 2 is the movie. I'm going to press play because I'm sick of seeing the menu screen. I see like the same clips over and over. So I'm going to press play right now. Here we go. Excuse me, grab some water real fast. Again, I hope everyone's doing okay. When's the first time you watched this movie? I think I first watched this. I don't know when, actually. I'm not sure the first time I watched this movie. So we've got the opening credits. We are at 23 seconds in. Logo stuff, you know what it is. When was this released? I want to say 87. I could be incorrect. Darn. Doesn't say it on here. And I don't feel like looking it up right now. But I think it was 1987 that this was released. New World Pictures presents. Here we go. We're like in a small town again, and we're going to see this truck come up to throw some physical media, some articles, some news articles. We got a news truck pulling up, and in it is, that's right, it's the Creep. The Creep, I forgot who he was supposed to be played by originally, but something happened, and our boy Tom Savini stepped in. So Tom Savini is the Creep in this movie. I mean, who doesn't love Tom Savini? I don't know why I'm holding this still. Maine. We're in Maine because the license plate says Creep. That's a vanity plate. Kind of reminds me of Jeepers Creepers. How the hell did he get that vanity plate? Anybody ever wonder about that? Same thing as this guy. The Creep is apparently working for the newspaper company and is doing deliveries around this town. I would be scared pissless if I saw the back of that truck opening, expecting paper delivery, and this guy opens up. It's the Creep. We don't know it's Tom Savini. Where should I put this? Should I put this like right here? You know, I'm gonna open this up real fast. Come on now. I think that'll work. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now we are at Creepshow to the beginning. We just saw the Creep played by Tom Savini, and we went to animated real quick. And we see Billy. Billy is our animated protagonist trying to get away from the bullies. Creep reveals himself in animated form. Billy's excited. Gets his magazine. Those Creepshow magazines are something else. They're really cool. If anybody has any. Oh, Nicole, you are 1,000% correct. What was the male dude's name in Demon Knight? I know it. It's gonna drive me nuts because I know it. We're getting a little taste of what's to come right now. We are seeing animated versions of the story panel for Chief Woodenhead, our opening story. We see long hair Sam. You know, Sam, get over here. I love that dude. It's insane because he's portraying, I believe, a Native American because he said he was the uncle of the rich guy that runs the town. That dude, though, is insane. Like, gosh. I think he was like the extreme guy in, what is it? The Purge election year. And I forgot, there's a bunch of other stuff that he's in, but I'm like, oh my goodness. You're that dude from Creepshow too. I thought you're portraying a Native American. Fascinating. Now they're showing the cartoon stuff for, I believe, The Raft. Which is your favorite story, everyone? Again, we've got the 3 stories. We've got Chief Woodenhead, we've got The Raft, and we have The Hitchhiker. Again, everybody, which one was your favorite? I'm assuming you've seen the movie. We are at, it's still animated right now, the 4-minute, 8-second mark. I feel like fast forwarding this shit. What do you guys think? Yeah, I'm tired of this. I'm going to fast forward this nonsense. Tired of this rubbish. Okay, there we go. We are now at the 5-minute, 38-second mark. 5-minute, 40-second mark. The Creep is in his lair feeding his pet gator. Now he throws the magazine. Old Chief Woodenhead. Now we begin the story. Sorry, I got tired of that shit. Too much filibuster there. We are in a small, dead town. Oh, gosh. This is the second time I've done a movie without the subtitles, and it freaking kills me. We are looking at Spruce's General Store, ran by, oh shit, Ray Spruce and his wife, Martha Spruce. Ray loves this town very much. I think it's called Dead River, I think, because the town's dying. The economy there is dead, son. But old Ray here has faith in this town. Don't know what it is, but Ray has just, yeah, a good person. You don't see that too often anywhere. And this guy just has an unbelievable love for the community and wants to keep giving back. He has a beautiful statue of a warrior Native American that he has dubbed, or it was named Chief Woodenhead. He loves this the statue, treats it wonderfully with a lot of respect. Right now, giving a touch-up, giving a chief a touch-up. Looking a little faded right there. You know, that sun is a killer. That's why you got to get some suntan lotion. Suntan lotion is good for me. You protect me. Tee. So, new paint is in. It's due. And there's poor Martha. I mean, can't blame Martha for being upset at the town. I mean, it's nice to have unwavering faith and, I guess, yeah, just, you know, your belief in your conviction. Great traits to have. But Martha is correct. She's not wrong in her concerns. Excuse me, a little cherry 7-Up time. Oh. Excuse me. What a wonderful actress. You can see like the concern in her facial expressions wonderfully. And they look like great people. So you know what that means when you see that in horror movies. You're like, oh, what sweet people. And I'm just like, oh, shit. How are they going to die? No good deed goes unpunished in horror movies. And the Spruce couple is about to find out. Now, here's an interesting fact about this. We are at the 8-minute, 15-second mark. again, they're filming in Arizona, if you couldn't tell, and this car that they have on set here, it's overheated. It really was overheated. You can hear it like just giving up on life as a car, and you can see the hot steam coming from the Arizona beatdown. I'm telling you, that Arizona sun beats the shit out of you. And Martha Spruce just can't help but see all this, and it's like, why are we here, man? Come on, Ray. But no, Ray's got a conviction. He doesn't want to leave. And Martha's like, hey, we're going to go broke, man. Excuse me. I know you have good intentions, but we can't leave good intentions to our grandkids. We want to give that money to them, but the store is bleeding because you're a bleeding heart, Ray. Oh, man. It's a curse and a blessing. Seriously, that's a blessing to have such a good heart to continue to fight for this dying community. But it's a curse because you're stuck there. You're absolutely stuck there, and it's not just you either. You're stuck with your significant other. Now we are seeing the head of this town. What is his name? I want to say it's Ben. It's Ben, isn't it? I hope it's Ben. And off the bat, Martha doesn't like Ben too much. He's got a chauffeur, fancy car, considering the economy is dying. So I don't think she's the biggest fan of him. But Ray still has faith in this town and is still going to be very cordial to Ben because this is still the leader of this town. And there's that overheating car. Yep, there's that red Arizona old school license plate. Love seeing those around. Oof. And there's a bunch of dirt on Chief Woodenhead's new makeup. War paint, I should say. My bad, not makeup. War paint. And here comes Ben. He seems pretty nice. But I don't think this is a friendly visit. Now, I was always on the fence. What did you all think? I was a little concerned. I thought maybe my first time watching it, I was inclined to believe that Ben somehow maybe talked his nephew into robbing Ray of I can never say correctly what he gave him, but the town's collection of jewels. I thought maybe Ben had a little sinister side to him and was like, you know what? You did something good, but I don't care. I'm going to take care of you, Ray. But now, yeah, I don't think that's the case at all. I think just a bad apple in the lineage. And unfortunately, his nephew comes and takes out like the ray of hope. I just said ray, like ray of hope. Don't smoke weed, kids. No, I'm kidding. It's good for you. And we see Martha kind of hiding in the back because she doesn't want her husband to get taken advantage, which, that's fair. Excuse me. Absolutely fair. I get it. So what did you all think? Did you trust Ben? I mean, not to say that he wasn't trustworthy. It was just a very big coincidence that his nephew happened to do that. But again, just because the nephew is a POS, like a piece of doo-doo, doesn't mean that Ben was. That's why I was so conflicted, because I was like, man, Ben seems like a genuine dude. I hope he's just not manipulating Ray. But then I think back too, I was like, what would be the point of just giving him the stuff to get robbed? And then have like maybe face possible murder charges. Doesn't make sense. So that theory is awful. I'm glad I left that theory. And Ben is explaining the goods here. He's like, hey, Ray, you have all been so wonderful to our town. We are in debt to you, and we don't like that way. So we're going to give you our belonging as a show of good faith, which I think is fantastic. That's a good thing to do, because he's like, hey, we don't want to be beggars. So if we can't pay you this back in about 2 years, you can keep it. And so he's like, as long as we owe you, that's cool. And we'll still have pride, which I think is a very noble thing to do. And for again, Ray, his humanitarian side is fantastic. How did I get all deep in a horror movie, man? I'm trying to enjoy some bodies getting dropped and shit, and here I am feeling sad and down about, impoverished towns. Damn my soft side. Give me some kills now, man. I need to feel better. But Martha's coming around. She sees the true sentiments in Ben's heart. God damn it, movie, stop doing this to me. This is very clever because now we are really, really, really invested in. I guess we know what's coming. Yeah, we know what's coming. But still, it's one of those situations where you watch the movie like Titanic and hope it didn't happen, even though it's inevitable. Okay, maybe not as drastic as Titanic, but it's like one of those situations where we're like, oh man, maybe they'll live, but then hey, we wouldn't have the vengeance, which is coming soon. Because right now we're still cool. Yeah, we're still cool. Things are looking good. The Spruce couple is having a wonderful day so far. And what did I say again? What was the town called? Dead River, I think. Yeah, I think so. And things are looking good so far. And Martha's even coming out of the shadows a little bit. Her guard's down, and she's like, hey, Ben, I was wrong about you. Give me a hug. None of that happened, but it kind of did. The olive branch was extended. The olive branch was accepted. Not as far as like a peace offering, just as a, hey, are we cool? Cool. Ben says what up to Chief. Chief gives an eerie little, and it's a little scary. It's a little scary about that, but I'm not going to say who, but I was watching with someone, and when they did that little movement, when Chief did that little head movement, they got scared a little bit. And there's that car. It looks like it's not as overheating anymore. So, family, we are at the 15-minute, 25-second mark. Beautiful dusk part of Dead River right now. And the Spruce couple said goodbye to Ben. Now we know something bad's going to happen because we got the good music going. They're embracing one another. And they have that, what is it called? That bag of good stuff from the community. But they have it out in the open, like you shouldn't be this isn't victim blaming, but don't have the valuable stuff out there. Some people out there in that small town are desperate and would do anything. Hence our situation now. And here we go. We got Sam with that good hair as the Spruce couple walks into the store, and behind Ray, you can see a Creepshow magazine, which is pretty cool. But they're not alone. In their own store, we have a trio of thugs led by long-haired Samsonite. That son of a bee. So Sam is here with his gang. I didn't name him this, but he calls him Fat Stuff. I did not call him that. The movie did, but he got Fat Stuff and Rich Boy, a.k.a. Vince and Andy. But they don't call him Vince and Andy. I had to actually look up their names. Vince is Fat Stuff. Andy is Rich Boy. And they are just going to town on the Spruce Market. Sam's a real jerk. But, I mean, who kind of likes Sam? He's kind of like that. He's that villain that you love to hate. He's so over the top in this movie, too. Like, his aspirations of Hollywood are just fantastic. It's just like, what does he say? Like, the line for the ladies and stuff like that? Or, like, his hair between their legs. Like, the guy goes into the booth after asking Martha, like, hey, this thing work? And then he goes over there and just takes these poses and, like, say it with me now. Who can say that line that he says where he's like, Sam, get over here. And all these guys are wild boys. Like Rich Boy over there has like a hat. And it's like, yeah, I'm just going to run this out of town. Like, it's pretty funny until the thugs, despite getting all the goods they want, there's not a lot of cash there. They should know that. If they're going to case the place to make a robbery like this, you got to know the Spruce place and carrying cash. This is a broke community. Who's giving cash to them? But again, this wasn't about cash, was it? Nah, meow. This was about that bag of goodies. One day I'll learn how to say it correctly, but I don't want to say it offensively, which I might do on accident. I don't want that, man. So we got Fat Stuff over here eating all the goods, Rich Boy being a jerk and just clearing out those shelves, and Sam posing left and right with that shoddy like John Gotti. And he knows what's up, though. That's why he's calling him out. He knows what's up. He's telling Martha, why don't you get to the back? Go get the rest of the stuff. Yeah, Sam's a good bad guy. But what a crappy situation. Again, you're trying to do good for the community, and you got this thug. You got Samson out here smashing shit with a shotgun because he wants to go to Hollywood and needs some money to get there. And this fool, don't get me wrong, that is some great hair. Come on, you think he's going to really... He's got acting chops? Well, I guess you don't really need that good of acting chops to be in Hollywood. But there he is in the phone booth. Or the phone booth. The photo booth. We were at the 19-minute, 17. Rich Boy and Fat Stuff are just running amok. And here's Sam taking those pictures. He's so cheesy and cringe. You gotta love it. Like his facial expressions. And he's loving it. He's just looking at the camera, just making love to that bad boy. And then he looks at his handiwork. He gets the pictures and is really loving it. And then he's like, hey, Martha, don't you think this shit's fire? Don't you? He's got that great natural grimace where every time he's talking like this a lot, like he's naturally mad. I guess living in a place like that would do that to you. Oh, that's what Martha went back there for. She didn't go back there for that bag of goodies. She went there for her purse. You don't know me, mister. I totally messed up that line from King of the Hill. I should watch that show more. Enough of that show, though. Now, Martha's at gunpoint. That's not good. Because most of the time, robbed, in robberies, they don't want a casualty. They just want to get the shit and leave. Because then you're dealing with a different animal, different charges. Big mistake, Sam. But again, without that, we wouldn't have the movie. Sam is still not happy with the contents of Martha's purse, but he is loving the developed pictures of himself because he is a smiling boy. Oof. Sammy Fox. He's loving it. He even tells Rich Boy, hey, man, what you think of this, man? Makes me think of a scary movie. We go tucked in or tucked out. That's what that makes me think of. Again, is this one of your favorite stories of the anthology? It certainly is one of mine. I do. I love all the stories in this, though. This one is great because of the revenge factor, though. The revenge factor is fantastic. And Rich Boy's over there with a hat that he lifted, playing pinball. While Sam is still talking to Martha about how great his hair is. Until Ray takes a step. And, yeah, Rich Boy gets it. Well, Rich Boy doesn't know what Sam knows. Rich Boy's like, hey, man, we came here for shit. We don't have anything. There's nothing here. But still, regardless, what a shitty situation again. Come on, man. Rich Boy, gotta pick better friends. But I guess a small town, not much to do. But he's still saying, he's like, hey, man, let's just get out of here. They've got nothing for us. Doesn't matter. Because Sam knows that his uncle left him that jewelry that's worth, I forgot how much he says, but he knows it's worth. And that's what the whole hit was about. You got it. I mean, I would say he has some smarts to him. Normally you think like all criminals are dumb. No, most of them have a little bit of smart to them. They just get the dumb ones to follow them, like he got his crew here. A rich bored kid, and then Fat Stuff here looking for friends. And what a thrill to hang out with long-haired Sam as he goes and loots the Spruce Marketplace to get that $10 and that satchel of jewels. Again, the acting of what's her name? Martha? Yeah, Martha Spruce. You can see the poor dread in her eyes, that poor thing. Wonderful acting. Uh-oh, things are getting serious now. Cause yeah, he's telling him, give me that stuff. Fat stuff's over there harassing him. And you just know at this point, oh snap, that was a genuine reaction because I forgot about that. In that little melee there, Sam has a gun go off. And Martha, she's done. If Batman or Superman heard that shit, Martha. Sam now wants to make it a twofer. Oh, and he blasts Ray. So the couple is down now. The couple is down. Those poor, sweet old bastards. Oh. And Fat Stuff can't handle the murder, and he is puking his criminal guts up. As both, oh man, I'm sorry, I was going to say Bruce. As both Ray and Martha just slumped over their goods. Poor dead souls. And Sam got his wish and what he was planning on the whole time. Sam's got the goods, and the poor Spruce family's dead. Now Sam's got to make sure his accomplices are on board. What did you all think of that part? That was really sad. Was anybody else sad by that? This Spruce family had a heart of gold for being around the community and sticking it out with everybody. And then they get murdered. I mean, I was pretty sad. How about y'all? But again, who's with me? Sam is a great villain. And you can see like he picked his crew for a reason. He can easily bully the heavier set fella. So he can do that. We are at the 25-minute, 8-second mark, and there's a little, not tension, because the heavier set guy's not going to say shit to Sam. So Sam's just like, hey, I need you anyways. Who's going to be my slave? So showing the disrespect, not really a friend, more of just a mindless minion. And we get an outside look, and we get Chief Woodenhead. His face just goes from to mean real fast. They don't see it because they're facing the other way. But Chief Woodenhead, oh my God, he is pissed already. And they're getting out of there. They're having a good time. Oh, they're going to die, clowns. See, now to add insult to injury, you just robbed the store, killed the couple, and now you're blasting the store up with your shotgun. You have everything coming, Sam. Everything coming. And Chief Woodenhead I just saw what you did to my friends. And then oh shit, I forgot. He blasts him too. Sam has the audacity to shoot and then, ow, he hollers at the moon after shooting this beautiful statue. I got to tell you, folks, I love the karma here. Chief Woodenhead said, no, fuck that. I was chilling. I was trying to mourn my friends, and then you shoot me? I was hoping somebody would test me today, and they did. Chief Woodenhead looks around, sees some of that red paint there. Just like what's it called? Just like the ice box in Little Giants, putting on the war paint. It is on, dog. Yeah. Get mad, Chiefy. Get mad, Chiefy. Here we go. Yes, sir. Those thugs messed up. Somebody call an ambulance. And not for Chiefy. I wonder how they did this. I wonder if this was like clay. No, it's not clay animated. I wonder how they did this. Maybe just practical effects? Always makes me think of Face Off. Wonderful show. And here we go. We got the three amigos here, looking very somber. Very the look of reality hitting like they committed murder. But still, we're gonna go to Hollywood. I don't think anyone's gonna really fret about that. It is a small town though. But now we have the thug that just killed our beloved Spruce family. They are getting a game plan to get out of town. And Jesus Christ, Chief, hurry it up. This motherfucker is still taking his time putting on that war paint. I'm sorry, everybody. I thought he put it on. Nice six-pack, Chief. Why they got to show that? They showed his abs. That's not fair. But here it goes. Okay, now. Okay, I didn't mean to pick my nose like that. But now. And I didn't have any boogers, okay? So I didn't smear anything on my face, just so you know. But yeah, so now he makes that. Oh. If you're watching this movie late at night, that scream that he does is actually pretty frightening. So he makes that scream. And our homeboy Fat Stuff comes out of his trailer to look around. He's got Miller High Life. He's got the champagne of beers that son of a bitch just littered. He threw. So now we're inside his place, and it is as classy as you would imagine. We opened up with like a farm animal. Then we have some naked pictures adorned on his wall, followed by a dartboard with no wooden support behind it, you animal. Interesting fact here. Oh no, what was it called? Butch Cassidy, I think. So he's watching Butch Cassidy, I believe is the reference. He's watching Butch Cassidy here, and Rich Boy at their house are watching the same episode here. In the Raft episode, they call each other Poncho and something else, but those names are reference to what's it called? Sundance Kid, if I'm saying that correctly. I will have to look that up again later. You know what? What's stopping me from looking it up right now? And while I was talking about that, Fat Stuff was enjoying his show and his beverage, and wah! Arrow through the throat, Kevin Bacon style. That's what you get, man. He said some pretty horrendous things to that family. I'm not going to look that shit up. I'll look it up later. Because I just missed Fat Stuff getting it real good. We are at, my friends, the 30-minute mark. You couldn't tell by the outside in this luxurious inside compared to Fat Stuff's home. We were at Rich Boy's house because, like the Kill Bill list, we got one of them, two more, and Rich Boy's got his duffel bag and his ghetto blaster, getting ready to go. And I like the ghetto blaster choice. Good for him. Need some getaway jams, maybe some who's the dude that Kenny Loggins? Maybe some Kenny Loggins on those speakers as you're getting away with murder. What song was that? Getting Away with Murder. Was that like Papa Roach? Was it Papa Roach Getting Away with Murder? I can't remember. But Rich Boy, oh, this scene is so badass. Oh man, what? I didn't do it earlier because I was too busy talking about that stupid shit earlier. Oh shit, that is real red. Oh my god, I apologize. Oh my god. Oh, that's why. Okay, for now. I'm going to rewind it because my lighting messed up. I didn't do it. I don't make mistakes. It was my lights. But the red light's coming on. Why? Rich Boy at 30 minutes and 53 seconds is sneaking into his garage and pressing play. Ghetto Blaster first walks into the garage. Coast is clear. See that red light? Coast is not clear because in the shadows, you see Chief waiting for him. Fucking tomahawks the shit out of him. Yeah. And the blood splatters everywhere. That's a great scene. Oh, fantastic scene. Yeah, that went way too red on me. I thought we were going to see some demons and shit captured on camera. It's one of my biggest fears, and thank God that didn't happen. Thank you all for being brave with me. Rich Boy's done. Excuse me. Now we are at the main culprit. Sam I Am is going to get it, and he don't even know. He thinks he's got an easy way to Hollywood, so that way people can say, Sam, get over here. I'm not going to stop saying that quote because it said he just did it again. He played with his hair. I'm mad because I'm losing my hair, and this guy has, I don't know. I wonder if that's natural. What do you think? But he suspects something, so he grabs a shotgun again, and oh, shit. Did somebody order an angry wooden chief at your door? I think you did, Sam, with your actions earlier. He tries to blast that. I'm not going to call him a fool. That's Chief. He tries to blast Chief. Chief can take it, man. And he's trying to hide in the bathroom. Not going to help you, Sam, at all. And this part is so satisfying. Chief reaches right through that wall, grabs his ass, and oh, man. Yeah, he scalps him. Oh, through the walls, you just hear the screaming. See, is that Ben's car? Okay, never mind. That's Ben's house. Never mind. I was about to say, wait a minute. Did Ben know? Why did that mess with me right now? What an interesting bet for the mayor of this town. Oh, so okay, that's what happened. That's why we're at Ben's house. We hear the screaming. Ben wakes up. That bag of jewels is in his bed. So what the happened is the first thing Ben's got to be thinking right now. Yeah, that was his car. Okay, I thought that car was with Sam. Ben pulls up to the shop in front of the Spruce Market. Chief's there, like, I didn't do anything. Liar, Chief, because in your hand is a scalp. Rightfully earned, though, because Sam was a piece of shit. And I think even his uncle would say that for what he did to the Spruce family. Normally, I hate when people are like, oh, I want a sequel, or I want this. But with this story, I just kind of want to see the aftermath. Like, what does old Ben do now? Is Chief done? Yeah, he's probably done. So ignore all that. But great story. That's how you start off the anthology. What did you all think? Yeah? I really enjoy this one. But it's not fair because I enjoy all of them. So great first story. Ben makes his peace with Chief. Chief says, it's good. We all good. But yeah, there's no Popo or anything. And did he even look inside? Someone bitch didn't. But we go to animation. We go to the Creepshow comic. Billy, our animated protagonist from the beginning, got a package. That sounded really weird. That sounded like from Friends when it's like, Timmy, I got a surprise for you. That kind of sounded like that. That's not how I wanted it. Timmy got a package in the mail, and it looks cool. Oh, he ordered the Venus flytrap. That's some foreshadowing, folks. Interesting animation. Like Billy look really mean. Oh, well, I guess he is describing the viciousness of that flytrap. So I guess he should look a little sinister there. That was a good feeling back in the day. Like, it wasn't like an Amazon now where you can track everything and it's like, oh, within 48 hours. Nuh-uh. Back in the day, my friend, you didn't know how long that shit was going to get you. I remember I won a contest or something, and it took forever for that bitch to come in. Now, back to the movie. We are at the 35 minutes, 35 second mark. The creep is getting ready to introduce. Gosh darn it. I always want to say that this might be my favorite one. And I don't know what it is about this one. I keep saying this one. What is it? It's The Raft. The Raft, I just found this out, was a Stephen King short. I forgot what book it was a part of, but yeah, this is a Stephen King story. And this was filmed in Arizona. In fact, I want to go to the spot where they filmed this. So we have our 4 college age people right here. We've got Deke and Randy. We got the dudes, and we got Rachel and Laverne, the chicks, the girls, the females, the women. So we got the dudes. We got Zeke driving. Oh, it's Zeke. Deke. We got Deke driving. And he looks like a big football athletic. And it's just interesting because I wouldn't imagine him being friends with like that dude Randy. But hey, I've seen weirder friendships. Deke seems like a cool dude. They're over here smoking the reefer. Pass the joint. Pass the joint. I say that way too often. And they're just smoking it up, driving it up on this nice muscle car, looking to get away. And yeah, they said it was like a 50-mile drive to get to the spot that Randy knows of. So Randy knows this place to go hang out, get some sun. It's a raft in the middle of this beautiful lake. I mean, it's horror movie math and stuff like that, but it's always like, man, no one's ever talked about that lake. Like, hey, we think there might be something over there, but it's the movie, so I'm just gonna zip it. But they're enjoying their devil lettuce right now. Speaking of that, quick time out, everybody. Okay, so all that marijuana smoking made me want some. I'm good now. And so are they because they made it to the spots. They are at this lake, pond, whatever, and they see this. Like Randy said, it's out there. Now they are getting down to their speedos. We are seeing some grape smuggling going on. We see their franks and beans, and that water looks cold as shit. So, fun fact about this is that dude Randy almost died. Like the actor doing this turned green from hypothermia, and the crew wanted to keep going, and the director's like, "I will fucking quit if this guy doesn't get help right now because he's dying." Sure enough, they get him to the hospital. Like, yeah, he was dying, and they revived him. And then he finished it up, but my man was turning green. And so yeah, here we go. They're getting undressed. Deke is showing off his wiener in those speedos. Randy's in there shivering his ass off, and the girls are like, I guess we'll go in now. Which, I mean, like, it looks cold as hell. In bathing suits, I'm not going to say we're all skimpy, they're not. But the girls are smarter than the boys, but still they get in the water anyways. Oh, man. Like, I have, like, I mean, I guess a sense of thalassophobia, a fear of, like water, like large areas of water. And this isn't even a large body of water. Scary enough, though. Scary enough. So, okay. I think it's Rachel. Yeah, Rachel gets in. Rachel gets in because Laverne's the other one. Laverne's in the red shirt. So the girls are in now. They're, oh, it's so cold. Oh, my gosh, watch out for my nips. Oh, it's so cold. So they're in there. And the dudes are, okay, they have the car. I forgot the car's on. They're blasting some music, swimming out. I think they had like a little plastic baggie for all their reefer joints. So they got their joints watertight. They're swimming over there. Dude, good for that. I'm a runner. I can run all day. Swimming, fuck that. Especially all cold like that, man. That's how people die. No way. Now they're swimming, and Randy sees something in the distance. This bird is fighting for its life with something dragging it. What the fuck is it? Okay, so whatever. I'm Randy. Life's good, bro. I'm gonna keep, I'm not sure how high he is, but that water must have sobered him up a little bit. But he's seeing something. He saw that bird like, to my watery grave. That bird got it. What took it down? That's a good question, Poncho, to be asking. So yeah, Deke's all like, hey, welcome on board. The dudes are on there. Cool. Dudes are on the raft. Deke's waiting for the girls to get over there, but oh shit, that oil slick looking thing is making its way towards it. That's scary. How many people in the pool like close their eyes and think they see a shark? So they think they see the shark around, but there's not even there. But still, you're getting out of the pool, you think someone's going to get you. That feeling. There's something there that is looking like it's heading their way intentionally. It's great tension for the movie. That's why this is one of my favorites, because that unbelievable tension with get on the goddamn raft. They're slipping, they're falling. It's wet. Ow, Randy, you hurt my arm. He didn't mean to drag her up violently, but we don't know what this thing is. It's crazy. Like, we think we've seen everything and know everything. I can imagine being in a situation where I see something and I can't comprehend what it is. That's cool, because in this situation, you don't know you're in a horror movie. So what the hell is this? You're trying to find logic. Maybe you just can't. It's unexplainable. Oh, man, and Laverne is adding to this tension by taking her sweet-ass time. Oh, man, that thing is so close to getting her. I love that, because it's just when you learn later on how potent and powerful and quick that thing is, watching it again, you're like, oh my God, that was a close call. And now they're all on the raft and just, what the fuck is that? They have that look on their face, and they're kind of saying it. But Deke can't be, he's not too affected by it. He's got some weed, he's got his woman, he don't care. I got some cherry 7-Up. Excuse me. So we are at the, flying 42-minute, 43-second mark. And still, Randy is really trying to push logic here. He is trying to Be like, hey, everybody else, see how scared I am? You should be this scared right now. We have this thing, it looks like it's automatically hunting us. I've never used that word before to describe this part of the movie, but I would say that it's kind of relevant. Excuse me, sorry. Cough something up. We are getting a good look. We are getting a very good look at that oil slick. What should we call it? What should we name it? Slick Rick? But Slick Rick here is about to get its first taste of human for the day, perhaps. I don't know if anybody else is up there. But they're all around enjoying what they came to do. You know, some sunshine, some water, and some weed. And Randy's over there being a buzzkill. Like, Randy, stop looking at that shit. It's not like it's going to eat us or anything. Still trying to make sense of it. Everyone's like, enjoy the high, bro. Quit tweaking. Excuse me. And it is, I do like it because, like, Deke, even though he is a big jock, that's what we see, he's not totally, like, mean or anything. Like, he gets a little physical with Laverne, which I didn't agree with. It was pretty awful to see, but it wasn't even that wasn't too bad compared to we've seen in other movies like Saw 2, where that dude threw that chick into the needle pit. Oh my god. Oh, okay, now here goes Rachel. Everyone said don't touch it, and what does Rachel do? Touches it. And she wasted the weed. She had the joint in her hand. And Randy's over here like, Rachel, watch out. And then that thing fucking grabs her ass. Amazing effects here. She just gets dragged down so fast, and you see how unbelievable. Oh my god. Oh, Nicole, great question. I never even thought of that. I seriously never even thought about that. Like, who recommended that place? Yeah, you know, it could be like a friend of a friend, like, hey, my friend said that there's a cool spot over there. And maybe that thing hibernates sometimes. Maybe that thing's not around all the time, perhaps. But we see Rachel, oh, she's getting taken. That you hear her screaming out loud, it hurts, and she's just getting devoured. I wonder what kind of sensation that is. Is it like a burning sensation? No, not like when I pee, you jerks. But I wonder if, that everyone likes puking in this movie. That's the second time. So Randy's puking up what he just saw. I don't blame him. Seeing somebody just get devoured like that? Oh, fuck no. Now they're on the same level of Randy of being, I was going to say petrified, but this is beyond petrified. Now Laverne's freaking out. A natural reaction, but don't rock the boat, baby, because we can all fall off. And now he's at that point where he's like, do something again, I'll smoke you, Laverne. And I was like, dude, that's really hostile. Like, you don't have to threaten to hit her. Oh my god. I didn't like that part. Or obviously the part later on. We are at 46 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm jumping ahead here, but I'm not a big fan of what Paul does to Laverne later on when she's lying down asleep. It's pretty bad. And not only is it being pervy there, but it results in her dying. So, yeah, you're happy about what happens to Randy later. But again, I jumped ahead of myself. We are looking at the POV of their car. That shit doesn't seem that far, but you see the oil slick. You see Slick Rick out there just waiting for them to try to test the waters again. He's like, come on in. The water's just fine. You know he's lying. And it's moving around now. It's like the graboids and tremors, like testing the area now. That's what the Slick Rick's doing. Slick Rick is looking around. And now Zeke, damn, I keep saying Zeke. Somebody stop me. Deke is just, I can do it. I can swim to shore. But nope. Through the raft, somehow Slick Rick gets through the cracks and starts grabbing him. Holy shit, this part. 47 minutes, 35-second mark. 47 minutes. The slime is pulling him through the raft. I always forget how awful. Seeing his legs get snapped like that and him being sucked in an unnatural form like that. Oh, man. reminds me of the end of It, the 1990 version, when they're in the sewers and who is like Belch or whatever gets sucked through the sewer like that. Watching Deke get pulled through the raft like that, oh my god. His leg, when it snaps up like that, I just saw it right now, so that was my reaction. But his leg snapping up like that, and him just being pulled through, holy shit. Oh, and you see like his hand, and you see like this class ring just getting left behind. So that's another thing to worry about. At first, it was just, hey, don't fall in the water. Now it's like, holy shit, this thing is peeking through the cracks. And Laverne now is chilling. No, not chilling. I'm sorry. She is panicking to the max. I forgot to throw on that red earlier, so I'm going to do it for right now. But she is rightfully so panicking like a mofo. And Nicole, you're right. She thought she could change it. I can change you. Whoever hurts you, just heal. I'll help you heal. So we see that the main concern was don't fall in the fucking water. Now it's this thing's cheating. It can also get through the floorboard creaks of it. That's not fair. And did I mention that Laverne's just on top of Randy like that? So he's like carrying her until he convinces her that, hey, you need to get down or we're both gonna die. Oh, and now it's gotta be so cold out there. You're wet, and then like everyone forgets, like, I mean, like summertime, yeah, it's still pretty hot at night, but those Arizona nights, man, there's nothing to retain heat. Granted, they're in the woods, but still, you're on water. You're cold, you're shivering, and you're tired. This is why I like this part of the movie, because it's so psychologically daunting. To stay alert like that sucks, especially when you're scared. For some reason, it just drains your battery a little bit more. And yeah, Randy's feeling it. He's like, yo, I got to get some sleep, so you need to watch this because Slick Rick out there is testing the waters. He ain't playing. Fascinated by that thing. And again, I hate when people call for sequels or prequels or more answers, but I am very curious about what this carnivorous thing is chasing them around. Does it hibernate? Is it there year round? How did it get there? Is it a surface animal only? So many questions. I wonder if there's a novelization. Someone find out. Again, we are at the 50. Oh, you know what? We're going to say we're at the 51-minute mark. Yeah, 51 minutes in. We're coming to, we can feel like the last part of the second story. How did you all feel about the raft so far? Scared me. I guess I can say scared. Scared because being eaten alive is a big fear. But I like the suspense of this. The whole air of dread that never left. Like as soon as they touched the water, it was on. And it just never stopped being like, oh shit, like I'm uncomfortable this whole time. Randy's freezing his balls off, watching Slick Rick watching them. And they're losing it. And yeah, I do. I hate this part. I wonder if it's in the short story. Oh, I'm silly. I'm so silly. I just said it out loud. I started this part of the movie with based off a Stephen King short, and then I'm like, oh, is there a novelization? I guess to be fair to myself, there still could be a novelization of this part that's different than Stephen King's version. So I'm gonna give myself some leniency on that. But no leniency for Paul right here, man. And I get it. You figure you're about to die. In that sort of air of death violently, I guess can result or can be confused with intimacy, I suppose. But yeah, man, she's sleeping. No real consent there. No, you're not even not consent. She literally says stop too. Like I'm not laughing like I'm just like, dude, come on, man. He's up here waking up like, and there's Slick Rick still, but he's like, hey, in the midst of all this, let me be extra pervy. It's so, and watching it now after everything I just said, and watching him continuously lick his lips, I'm like, God damn it, dude! I thought you were supposed to be like the cool, nice guy the whole time, and then sorry, my shock right here. It's just wild, man. And you know this thing's capabilities so far. You don't know all of it, but you know it can sneak in through the cracks like that. And yet, because you're horny, you're gonna put her down and then try. Oh man, this part is so messed up. So messed up. But as messed up as it is, something's still happening. So we're going on red light because someone's about to die. Oh, close your eyes. There's some nudity. Yeah, exactly, Nicole. That poor lady. It's named Laverne. Yeah, she's over there trying to sleep, scared out of her mind, and then, ugh. Yeah, and you know who he always reminded me of? He reminded me of Paul from Sleepaway Camp. Same thing, oh, I'm the nice guy, and then like he's messing around with Judy, and he constantly gaslit Angela left and right. And even now, yeah, she's like, Randy, stop. And you put me in a position where that thing can just snatch my face, and that's what happens. So yeah, red light is on for a reason now. After this pervert is done being a pervert, so finally gets the hint and puts her shirt down. But at this point, it's too late. She's like, oh man. I mean, oh, her poor face. Great. A great makeup on it. Oh, she's just like, Randy, first you assault me, and then now I'm gonna die. What a fucking horrible way to go. Oh my god. And he's just like in disbelief. But oh man, watching her get dragged out there and like melting, Jesus. He sees his opportunity again, apparently, but he's like, hey, I'm gonna go. I can make the swim. I can do this. Michael Phelps ain't got shit on me. There he goes. Jumps in there. Oh, I got a head start on you. And we see Laverne's bones going back into the water. And oh no. That the oil slick, it took it. I can't even call it an oil slick, but like, yeah, the slick took that personally. Oh, you quick. But I'm quicker. This is his home. He knows what to do. He knows these laps. And there it goes. Oh, man. The tension, everybody. The tension right here. You see Randy swim by, and then shortly after, go, 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 go. And oh, I swear to God, you can see some of the bodies in the slick. When it's going by like that, I swear you can see some. And this light's still red. Why? Oh, you know why. There's death around the corner for Randy. This guy makes it to shore. I beat you. And then that thing's like, oh, you beat what? Yeah, Randy had all that coming. He might be the worst character in this movie. What do y'all think? Is Randy the worst character in the movie? I can't. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, he's the worst character. Because we have one more story coming up after this, which is the hitchhiker. And what she did is obviously really terrible. But man, Randy really was. He might be the worst character in this movie. He might be the biggest bad guy there was. I don't blame the slick for getting him. Excuse me. So we are at the 57-minute mark. We see the car. We're on shore. We come across the sign that says no swimming. It's nice and hidden too, but that's all it says. It says no swimming. Like, we heard of rumors that there might be something eating people around here. It's just rumors, but we might post it just to warn you guys. They don't even have that. We are back to animation, my friends. All the characters other than the old people and some of the teens are pretty awful. You right. Even right now, we are in the cartoon part, and poor Billy is getting away from these bullies. Even the animated people are awful. And these bullies are. One of them had spurs on. What kind of lunatic do you have to be a prepubescent teen with spurs on? And they're messing with this kid. They're messing with Billy. There's 4 little scumbags mocking him. They got his package. They're breaking it. It's messed up. And Billy, yeah, he got a little reason crying because of the adrenaline. That's what's going on. So he's had enough. He's had enough of this big bad just fucking with him. So Billy gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. And the bully leaves himself open. Nice kick to the genitals. Billy kicks the shit out of his balls and then takes off. The bad guy's like, I want his ass. And I was like, that's not even a threat. That's flirting. And we see the creep again. So time for the last story. We are at the 58, we're at the 59-minute mark. The Hitchhiker. Arguably the scariest story. The Chief Woodenhead might be the best. This is the scariest, though. The Hitchhiker is the scariest. We have, what the hell's her name? Annie Lansing. She's a horny married woman in another man's bed. And her alarm didn't go off. And the gigolo, his alarm didn't go off. Because the gigolo don't have a good enough alarm. But you know what he does have? A good collection of Stephen King books in the back. He definitely has. He's got It. I think Needful Things. That'd be fun if he had Tommy Knockers. But he's got It, Plain Jane on there. Interesting little thing he has, like headboard. Yeah, on his headboard he has just those books there. So Stephen King, y'all, and that's not the only time we're gonna have a Stephen King reference in this short. So Annie is finishing up with her gigolo. And she's throwing the money. And she's like, I got to get home to my lawyer husband. Or she says something silly like, the gigolo's like, I should charge by this and this and this. And he's like, oh, yeah, hurry up. If you need a divorce lawyer, let me know. And she's like, I have one. Being all sassy pants. He's my husband. Okay. All right. So you're in a world of shit. Because you know if he catches you in your infidelities, you're going to get it. You're not going to get it, lady. You're not going to get anything. So this sets the stage that she needs to be home right meow. Right meow. She woke up late. She was too busy having a spooning session with Deuce Bigelow here. And she is on the clock. Because hubby's somewhere, but she has a curfew in a sense. And this part's so funny, excuse me. Because the gigolo is just like, I know you had this many orgasms. I should charge by the orgasm so I can buy me a Mercedes. Like the whole the dialogue here is choice. It's awesome. Oh, he's having a cigarette in bed. What a monster. What if he gets some ashes over that? Man, come on, dude. And they're kissing. They have like genital breath. I know they do. So they're kissing with their genital breath. And she's like, I got to go to my husband. Oh, she doesn't say that yet. We're just, again, we're getting the inventory of the Stephen King novels that he has right by his head. Nice place for gigolo. She throws some cash on him so he feels worthless. Come on, man. If this happened in Pretty Woman, everyone would be outraged because it's a man prostitute. It's okay. Give my man some respect, man. He's just trying to make a living. And she's getting ready to go driving. How can we tell? She puts on her driving gloves. So you're rich when you have driving gloves. That's always a sign of wealth, is the driving gloves. So she's leaving the condominiums, and I don't think she used a condom. And that room probably stunk. Like desperate wife vag. Ugh. So she's in her nice rich car, and she races against time here. Always got to be, no matter what, and I need to heed my own advice, but when you're driving, slow is fast because, man, there's stupid shit you cannot control. And driving like a maniac at 12:20 at night is a good way to get the attention of one time. You want the police to pull you over? Keep acting like you're trying to act normal. Best thing you can do, go the speed limit, go 5 over. Shit. Don't show fear, they can smell it. Again, something against the cops though, because I've been pulled over several times. But they were always cool with me. But there's times I should have been pulled over, but I was like, yeah, I followed my rules. And she doesn't follow rules here because that's why we have this story. She's about to get herself into quite a predicament if you haven't seen this part. We are at the 1 hour, 3 minute, 30-second mark, and she, with her gloves, are gripping the fuck out of the steering wheel. And she's like trying to have this conversation with herself about, I don't know, she's just going insane as she passes time trying to get home. She's talking about her affair and her gigolo and having a smoky smoke, not paying attention to the road at all. She's too busy talking to herself, which is great monologue. It is fantastic. Great acting. But Annie Lansing has got to get home, and she's making decent time, I guess. She's speeding. She's all jacked up on nicotine. She's making, I don't know, decent time. I don't know how far. But she's starting to get a little sleepy. She's trying to get a little tired. Time for another cigarette. But she loses it. And now she's looking, and eyes on the road. So she lost her smoke. So she's and she's going around a bend too. That's safe. She's already off the road, and here it comes. It looks just like when I got ran over by a golf cart. Like that's how I imagine I tumbled and fell. Because that dude this is obviously more severe. He takes a good lumping right here, man. She lays his ass out. Oh, you're right. I keep forgetting about that murder light here because he does chase her around, but you're right. That's my fault. Did you see her license plate says what, Lansing 2? And here comes the sign on her window. So that guy just laid out. She straight up murdered him. She turns off her headlights because she sees headlights coming. And she books it. Very nonchalantly, too. I think she did like a 720. They're trying to get out. Y'all don't know what a 720 is. It's 2 spins. So she gets out of there. She gets out of there, and all right. No one suspects anything. We've got some good doers. And they see the poor dead body. And who's coming right now to make a cameo? Stephen King as a foul-mouthed trucker. We are at the 1 hour, 6 minute mark. And here comes Stephen King. Because it's not racist or anything. It's just the way he delivers the lines. Like, oh, is that a black guy? Like the way he says it. Yeah, it's like, oh, that's a black guy, huh? Like, and I always found this part of the movie very, not interesting, but just peculiar. I don't know why, it just always seemed off that they put this much emphasis in calling the cops and everything. Oh, Nicole, you're right, he does. He's a weird guy when it comes to writing. He's also a big fan of having kids do inappropriate things, if you've ever read the end of the It book. Thank God they didn't put that in either of the movies, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to talk about it. I'll let you go watch it. Oh, I'm sorry. Go read the book, because that part is bad. So Annie Lansing just committed murder. She ran some hitchhiker over. That's bad. And now, just like I said, literally word for word what I said in my review, that's bad. But what she's doing now is worse. Left the scene of the accident with her driving gloves that didn't help her for driving for shit. And she's trying to talk herself into, like, can you live with this guilt? Can you go to prison? Scary. Especially if you just murdered somebody. But, I mean, she does have money, so that could save her. But we're going back to, like, we're going to assume that she's going to be enduring the full force of the justice system. So she's panicky. She's scared. She's driving even worse now. But she still got to get home because, hey, she just got D down by her gigolo. And it's going to be even worse getting divorced and murder charges. So, what an awful night. All because she slept in a little bit. That's why I set 3 or 4 alarm clocks. So it is 11:50 at night. And her stereo is going bonkers. I just noticed that. Her stereo is going nuts. Indication of supernatural activity, like a haunting. I'm not a Winchester, but that looks like a sign of a haunting. This drive is so goddamn far. I mean, I guess you got to go far for an affair, but Jesus, that is a far drive. At least it's late at night, so not too many people on the road except for that one random person she hit, and that was just an accident. What's the likeliness of it happening again? No kidding. But for real, that would be funny for the movie's sake. She's doing good. Going home still. Gotta admire that grit. Commit murder. I'm still gonna go home. Fuck that. And she's still. Oh, there it is. She's driving and she's like, did I just see that? She drove by and she's like, is that the same dude I just hit? It looks like his attire. He has the same sign. He's walking like I just ran him over. No way. And who knows, it could be like the white line fever. But I don't think a hallucination is going to have a dead guy limping at you. So now she is tripping. Okay, so she looked away. Now she looked back. He's not there. So you know what that means. She's going to turn around. Ah! Oh, I called that a little early. But she thinks she's going insane. It can't be. It can't. Oh, shit. And he pops up by the window. Always lock your doors. Even though she's a bitch that ran him over, always lock your doors because that's scary. But she, she hightails it. She puts it in drive. Excuse me. And she's doing more of her fancy driving. And she rolls down the window. You are ballsy. Annie. Mrs. Lansing. You are brave. And how come you're not driving still? Oh my God. So he's on top of the roof now. Because maybe it's watching it live that I forgot that. But there she is sitting there. And all of a sudden, an arm reaches down to get her. Why do you have your sunroof open at midnight? Or maybe he opened it. He's a vengeful spirit. Do you automatically get powers when you turn into a vengeful spirit? Like, what's part of the rules there? This guy all of a sudden he's there. But seems like he was fucking with her radio, and I don't think she was going to have her rooftop open. But then again, she doesn't seem like the brightest. So here we go. We are at an hour and 11 minutes, and he's thanks for the ride, lady. And she was smoking. Yeah, man. Oh, okay. She was smoking. I get it. You know what? That's a very good call, Nicole. Good call. You're right. Very good call. But maybe she just liked the car. Maybe she just liked the smell of the smoke. Maybe she likes that. But now we got the thanks for the ride, lady. She's driving in the woods. I mean, honestly, my friends, driving at night, isn't this something that would scare the piss at you? ABC Cinema, what up? Hope you're having a good one right now. Thanks for joining. Creepshow 2, man. We were watching the last segment. Thanks for the ride, lady. And she's driving through the woods, headlights on. That hitchhiker on top of the roof. And she looks like she's having a good time with this drive through the woods, though. And he's covering up. I shouldn't laugh at that, but it's kind of funny as he's just getting fucked up by the shrubbery. The shrubbery just doing nonstop 1, 2, 3s on his face. How far is she driving into these woods, too? She's just trying to hit every branch and tree she can. And this guy is just getting worked. I love it, though. Grit, determination, more passion, more energy, more whatever. And I don't know how she's doing this path so well. Like she's trailblazing it, taking care of small shrubbery, and then oh my god, she's driving here. Here's like a tree trunk, I guess, just laid over, and she goes under it, and he just wham, it's it. But he's not done thanking you for this ride, lady. He's not done with this. Oh, well, she closed the window this time. That's great. And she's going hysterical. And he's reaping the benefits. This ain't over. She thinks it's over? This ain't over. Oh, come on, Annie. Annie, are you okay? She's not okay. She's not okay, Annie. And she shouldn't be. She left the scene of a crime after running him over, man. She deserves every ounce of this. She ain't playing anymore, though. She's unlocking the glove box. She's pulling out a 6-shooter, man. She ain't playing anymore. Oh, shit. He opens the door. Like, yeah, thanks for the ride, lady. And she's getting ready to fucking blast his ass. She pops him one. Pops him again. You want some more? You want some more of this lettuce salad? I mean, you already killed him once. Why not kill him again, Annie? Thanks for shooting me, lady. Oh, he ain't done, though. He ain't done. What a nightmare. Damn, didn't she shoot his hand like Quentin Tarantino in From Dusk Till Dawn? I love that part. Maybe we'll do that for the next movie night. From Dusk Till Dawn, maybe? From Dusk Till Dawn, I love it. I don't want to get carried away. Oh, she is unloading that 6-shooter on him. She's out of bullets now. She just bicycle kicks his face. As she's reloading. No, she's taking off with those gloves again. Perfect for murder. That's why she wore the gloves. They're always ready for that, man. No fingerprints anywhere. She takes off, and he just he pops up. Oh, and she's backing up. Like Jonah Hill and Superbad in the car. Pop. No, this is way more severe. This is like Jeepers Creepers, where they just keep running him over and over. She is really working this guy. I mean, Jesus, woman. This is the 4th time you've killed him. Cinema. Yeah, dude, From Dusk Till Dawn. So many good memories, so many talking points. Watching the documentary on that, it's fabulous. So maybe, I think that's a suggestion. If not next week, then in 2 weeks, I think From Dusk Till Dawn is a very good candidate. I adore that movie. One of my top 5, top 3 vampire movies ever. But back to Annie Lansing going all hysterical for the 10th time. I think she's had more, hysteria episodes and orgasms. Was it really worth it, Annie? Seeing Deuce Bigelow, was it worth it? Because now, this thanks for the ride lady ain't going anywhere. Because she's lost it. I mean, I couldn't imagine driving around with that cow. She thinks she ran him over, and she's still giving her Annie Lansing TED Talks. And here comes a hitchhiker from the front of the car. He's holding up a sign. You killed me. That's Where'd you get that sign, man? Do you have it just stashed away? You killed me. That's not funny. What is funny is seeing him on a hood ornament just banging on the road. It's not funny because I know there's a true life instance of this woman driver. She hit somebody and he was smashed through the windshield, and she literally went home just like Annie Lansing, and she left him she left her car in the garage and the dude in the garage, and he died in there. There's a movie about it. I forgot what it's called, but there's a movie something similar to this hitchhiker movie where the lady hit somebody. He was stuck in the windshield, and she just got home. She got home and just was in her house, not giving shit. Let the guy die. So that's a real story. I don't know which came out first, this movie or that crime, but I know there is a movie about that crime, which is very similar to Annie Lansing here fucking working this hitchhiker. God damn. Now he's up against the trunk of the tree, just getting rammed left and right. Annie, you're an awful person, man. The infidelity, I can kind of let that slide. And then you hit the guy, you killed the guy, you're driving with driving gloves on, which is a big sin to me. You hit the guy, you shoot him, you run him over, and you're ramming him some more. You're such an awful person. Oh, Annie Lansing reminds me of a character of, I can't even say it because I'm watching this show called, I'm sure many have seen it, All of Us Are Dead. But there's a character where, like, she's just the worst. I'm like, oh my God, whatever happens to you, I hope it's awful. You're a character. This is the same thing. I'm like, Annie, you're not winning any favors here. Like, but I guess that's the point, I still think Randy should have got a lot worse for his sins, but Annie Lansing. Annie. Yes, Nicole, it is. It absolutely is the pink jacket lady. I'm on episode 4, and I'm about to start 4, and she's the absolute worst. Ugh. She's like Annie Lansing. And Annie Lansing with her gloves. We are at the, what time is it? 1 hour, 19 minute, 20-second mark. Annie's car looks great. I'm sure she can explain that away. Soda time. And of course, as she's backing away, the body's not there. And of course, she's doing the looking around. Am I going crazy? Yes, you are. And now she's amazingly convincing herself that, oh, I just hit my head. It was a concussion. My mind fabricated the whole thing. Oof. I just got to fix this car and I'll be just fine. I admire the hubris that she has in this whole situation. I guess, being married to a lawyer, you kind of take on that aura in a sense. I'm untouchable. I can negotiate, manage myself out of anything. And there she goes. Like, it's snowing. She's in the middle of God knows what forest. It feels like she drove a couple of miles through all that shit and trying to discard the body that she is just trying to grind as much as she can, like, into hamburger meat. That body is taken a working, like, Jesus. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator, that level of a beatdown. And here she comes. That Mercedes, that car is a trooper. What is it? And it's the Lansing 2. Oh, maybe that's why it's the Lansing 2, because imagine what she did to Lansing 1. She probably killed somebody else too. Now we need a prequel to see who else she's killed. I don't think this is her first time. I think she's a repeat hit and runner. Yeah, I think this is a pattern of her behavior. Annie, you mother. And back to smoking. Yeah, she's making her way home to that badass house. Hey, she makes it home. Oh, okay. I wonder who he ran over then. Yeah, she's a Michael Scott type of driver. And the hitchhiker was Meredith. That's not funny, but it kind of is. That car, oh my goodness. And she looks like shit. But she made it. And she's in the garage. Oh, okay. Woof, I'm safe. Tag, I'm home base. I'm safe. My sins are gone. Retribution, baby. That's why I love this movie. There he is. Looking like a character from The Sadness. Like, all right, lady. And she just screaming her ass off. And he's holding her tight. That's scary. Like, this part, watch this shit at night. It's scary, man. Great special effects. I don't think Savini did the special effects here. But that's some great stuff right there. As you see, I never noticed his eyeball looking. And what a scary way to die, too. I mean, well, she deserves it. She was an awful person. But the garage closed, so it looks like a suicide. Clever ghost. But it doesn't. It'll look like a suicide. Garage closed and that, all the emission. Gonna kill her. All that carbon dioxide. Ugh. She's gonna carbon dioxide. Okay, I tried to make it work. It didn't work. Whatever, man. So the husband comes home at the 1 hour, 23 minute, 20-second mark, and he's like, what the fuck? Why is it so fuming in my garage? Is someone trying to fucking get killed? Yeah, lawyer. Somebody was trying to get killed with street justice. Because your bitch of a wife should have did the right thing and not saw the gigolo. Yeah, whatever. We'll see the gigolo. Okay, still one of his books. Whatever. Do what you got to do. But you killed that dude and ran, and then you kept running him over. Justice was served. And that's why I like this movie. Justice is served everywhere. Even right here at the ending. We're at the end. We see the creep. And he's like, hey, y'all, we're going to finish up this story. You know, the one that you've been watching in between the tales? Don't forget about Billy. So what's up with Billy? Anyone remember? Last I saw, he kicked that bully in the balls, and he's on the run. And he is fucking hauling balls because he doesn't want his balls removed through his asshole. Because that's what that guy said. That bully was like, I want his ass. And he is riding that bike like he wants that ass. We go to a keep out private property area. Looks like Billy's got a trap. A Venus flytrap awaiting for them. Yeah. He's got that look on his face, that shit-eating grin for those shit-kicking boots. And I love the cartoon characters in the background, the arms crossed. Just love it. Because now, they're real tough guys. I know just what to do with tough guys. We get Venus flytraps, set them up, and these things are monsters. Oh my God. Woo! They snatch those boys up real good. It's kind of scary. But it is Creepshow. We are about to we're heading towards the end of this movie where we're seeing the guys getting torn apart. The fly traps are getting them. Justice is served again. We are 4 for 4. We had some wrongdoing, and it was corrected in a violent way. So I got to say, well, the creep is about to tell us goodnight right now. The creep's going to show up again as Tom Savini, or Tom Savini as the creep. He's about to say bye-bye, and we're about to wrap this up too. So, again, everyone, what did you think of this anthology? I myself have always found the sequel better than the original. I do love the original, and not to say that the original is bad in any way. I'm not saying that. Great stories. I mean, they're all fantastic, and what a cast, including Stephen King again in that. But this one, oh fuck, I pinched myself. Anyways, this one though, it's just, I love these 3 stories. I think what the original had 5, but these 3 are just so precise, to the point, and all of them very satisfying, scary in different ways, creepy in different ways, tension in different ways, and just a smooth. All of them were just so smooth. Like sometimes some anthologies, you have some bumps. You're like, oh, some of these stories fucking suck. Some of them like, okay, this is filler. These 3, I think there's supposed to be 2 more. But these 3 were just so goddamn concise and just bam. Nice horror fixes real quick. Got the job done. They were great. Now there's supposed to be 2 more stories. I forgot what that last story was supposed to be, but there's another one with like a cat from hell. That story segment went on to, I think, Tales from the Dark Side. So supposed to be 5, but I think it worked out a lot better with just the 3 stories. Very proficient, excellent horror storytelling. Thanks, everyone, for joining me for the Attic Review movie night. Check me out next week. We'll be doing the same thing. Again, going to say smile, Tiger. Everyone have a good night. I hope you enjoy this anthology as much as I do. Again, Creepshow 2. Amazing anthology. Always a fun, easy watch. Great for the holiday spirit, or just it's a good comfort movie. So, join me next week. If anything, leave it in the comments or on some of the other videos, or follow me on Instagram and leave some comments there on what the next movies for movie night should be. Again, Smile Tiger, everyone have a great night. Adios.